Hello, military friends and family. This is from the front lines of the Dwyer Coalition. As we step deeper into fall, the air gets cooler, the days get shorter, and the world around us begins to slow down. For many people, that change feels peaceful. But for others, especially many of us in the veteran community, it can stir something deeper. The quiet of, the quiet of this season can bring back memories of times where, you know, memory of times where we've tried to, just try to forget. Whether someone getting deployed, or just something happened traumatic in the service, or just ending your time in service where you just signed the paper and then you have to leave. Over that first time we came home and didn't quite know how to adjust. And while some might see fall as beautiful, the colors, the calm, others feel the weight of isolation creeping in. That's what I want to talk about today. How the changing season can impact our mental health and why connection is the key to staying grounded. For many veterans, the fall and winter months can be difficult. The sun gets earlier, the sun sets earlier, routines change, and suddenly we find ourselves spending more time inside, both physically and emotionally. It's easy to mistake this feeling or just being tired or unmotivated, but often it's something deeper: seasonal depression, loneliness, or even memories resurfacing, when we least expect them. It's not just veterans, caregivers and families, they go through it as well. The ones who hold it all together for, everyone else often forget to check in on themselves, and that's the caregivers and the families. If that's you, if you've been feeling that shift, I want you to know something. You're not broken and you're not alone. This part of being this is part of being human. This is what happens when the body slows down, but the heart keeps carrying more than it should. This time of year teaches us something important. Nature doesn't fight change and embraces it. The leaves don't hold on forever, let go, they let go. And in that letting go, something beautiful happens: renewal. Maybe that's what this season is trying to tell us. Maybe it's not something, maybe it's not about losing energy or slipping backwards, but about making space for rest, for the next chapter, for the next mission, the next season. But here's the challenge: we can't, recharge alone. We need connection, family, peers, and community. That's where the Dwyer programs make all that difference. That's where peer-to-peer, reaching out to family, friends, that community, we emphasize that in so much ways by when we talk about what the programs do in New York State. And even when we talk about the community collaborations that we do in New York State, because it takes a whole village to help that one individual. It might go to coffee hours or hikes, dinners, peer groups, whatever it is, equine encounter. Those individuals that care so much, they're willing to do so much for us. So this week I want to challenge you and myself too to reach out. Call that old friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Show up, to an event. Text someone who might be struggling, or if you're the only one, going through it, send that message that says, "Hey, you got a minute to talk." It's okay to be vulnerable. Those small moments are what keep the mission alive. Saying hello. Every check-in, every shared story keeps another veteran, from falling through the cracks. Let those caregivers know that they are doing, just great work. You don't need to have all the answers, just show up. Sometimes it just takes listening. Sometimes presence is in the best prevention. So, fall reminds us that everything in life has seasons: change, challenge, and renewal. If you're in a season that feels heavier, remember, winter doesn't last forever. The light comes back, the warmth returns, and so does your strength. Here at the Dwyer Coalition, our message remains the same: connect, reach out, and heal. The mission isn't just about surviving the season. It's about standing together, standing strong together, and standing through the difficult times, because no veteran, no family, and no caregiver walks alone. So, reach out to us through Facebook, Instagram. We're on social media. We have our YouTube. We have so much that's out there that we're trying to connect the community to. Visit our website. We have so much resource on there that is connecting the community to just organizations and programs and services. So if you ever want to reach out, like, share, follow, all that good stuff, and we'll see you later. Take care.